So a few days ago, there was some type of explosion that occurred at the Russian facility that houses smallpox, Ebola, and a few other diseases, HIV and things like that, which is only one of two that supposedly house, the strands for Ebola and everything. Concerningly, if you've been following my videos about Ebola, which I will put the playlist at the end of this video, you should know that Fort Detrick, the Army facility, our main research facility, was recently shut down for safety inspection reasons. Do these tie together? I don't know. It is quite curious. I mean, that only occurred about a month ago. Not only that, but we have many more Ebola cases popping up. We also had representatives from the US actually go to Africa, to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, to see the extent of what's going on. And what they found was nothing positive. Of course, like everything with this investigation of the Ebola, they're only giving us half-truths. So we don't know, but what we do know is that they said it was not good. So what's really going on? There's something even more concerning. I remember looking at a website that tracks GDP of countries and things like that, and somebody just recently, about a week ago or so, used that website, and I put it in one of my videos. I can't remember which one it was, but I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that website. So I think his channel's called Silver Energy. Ooh, I don't know. I'll put it down here. But it reminded me of that. So let's take a look at that, as well as this Russian facility and what's all going on with this stuff. So this is the Russian lab. A gas explosion ripped through a Russian lab storing deadly diseases like smallpox, anthrax, and Ebola. A gas cylinder at a major Russian research lab exploded on Monday and caused a fire. The explosion at the State Research Center of Virology and Biotechnology, also known as Vector, was in a room that was undergoing repair work. Vector houses dangerous pathogens including anthrax, Ebola, and live specimens of smallpox. The mayor of the town said the explosion posed no biological or any other threat to surrounding population. Of course they would say that. I mean, what else are they going to say? But, the explosion led to a fire in an area about 30 square meters, which is 323 square feet. So, I don't know. It's just very weird. Very, very strange. Okay, so this is the website that is talking about some things that might be a little scary. But again, if you are informed, there's no need to worry, okay? You just do what you can do. Okay, this website is really amazing. They've been doing this for years. They track GDP, they track military expenditures, purchase power of all countries. Okay, and so right now, the United States is number 1 with GDP. Our population is 326 million. roundabout. Purchase power is 59,500. Military expenses 637,000. I'm not sure how they get that number. Is that per person? God dang. That's crazy. But what happens is when you go to the 2025 forecast, this is where it gets a little interesting. We have China, India, Russia, Japan, Brazil, all on top. And I've told y'all this. Even before I found this website, I said that Brazil will be the new superpower of the Americas. But let's look at this population. Our population is estimated to be only 99 million in 5 years. That's not down 99 million. That is a population of 99 million from 3,206,000. And why would it go down that much? As well as our GDP, our population, our purchase power, all of these things. So, if you have studied history and things like that, you would know that when a country's economy collapses, things do happen. The population decreases and all of these things. I want to read what they wrote down below because apparently this freaked a lot of people out when it first came out. And so they put some disclaimers down here. And this ties into the Ebola, but also our economic collapse. We all see it. I mean, if you don't see it, I guess you're just not looking. But, so right here, it says, despite the numerical data quantity, there is quality model, which has not a direct translation into the numerical data. 2014 strand of Ebola has a death rate of 50 to 60%. But try to imagine what would happen if the pandemic of Ebola with hundreds of thousands of millions infected with the virus. So far, the few cases of Ebola infected people have enjoyed intensive health care with antiviral and breathing assistance, but above all, with an abundance of human support by physicians and nurses. In a pandemic scenario, that kind of health care won't be available for the overwhelming number of infected, leading to a dramatic increase of death rate due to the lack of proper health care. The quality factor is that the death rate could increase to 80 to 90%. Look, y'all, this was written back in like 2015, before this current Ebola outbreak. And what is the, amount of death right now with this new Ebola strand? About 70 and 80%. And not only that, it's actually more like almost 100. I hate to say that, but it is. Because even the people that are being cured are now dying of kidney disease due to the medication. And I talked about that in my last Ebola update video. So, this is pretty spot on for being written before this new outbreak even occurred. Okay? So that would be up from the 50 to... Because the 2014 was only killed... Not only, but, it had a death rate of 50 to 60%. And now it has a very, very high one. So, by the way, no pandemic or nuclear war is included in that forecast. So, just think about that. That's just with one virus. A pandemic. And, I'm getting from multiple sources contacting me saying that they are getting reports from and hearing in their community that there is Ebola. Some of them work in the hospitals. So, I just can't verify any of it. Neither can they. They're just contacting me. They're not trying to make YouTube videos. They're just contacting me and saying, "Hey, look, you're right. They are hiding this. We've already seen it in our hospitals." And it's not just the United States either. Australia, I had a couple people contact me from Australia too. I think one from New Zealand, saying the same exact thing. And so just think about that. That doesn't mean, let me get this clear before anybody freaks out. This drop to 99 million doesn't mean that 200 million people will die. It means a lot will, but as with the collapse of most countries, what occurs? People leave. The people that have the means to leave. And, I haven't said this really to anybody, but me and other people that are researching this have already started making preparations to leave, to go to countries such as Brazil, Venezuela. I'm not telling you that's what you have to do. I mean, that's a hard decision. And I'm just saying that's what occurs in collapses. So that's not saying that 200 million people are going to die. It's saying that a lot of people will, and then a lot of people will leave. Now, as always, none of this because it will be so bad here. Meant to put fear. Again, it's not to scare you. I just wanted to give you this information. Sayings like, if you are spiritually prepared or if you are mentally prepared, then you have nothing to fear. Okay? And so this is just information that is good to have in order to be prepared. Something else that is very good to be prepared with is the silver solution that I've been taking, my kids have been taking, we've been taking since all of my research with Ebola. Not since the beginning, because I honestly just figured, no, there was nothing you can do until I came across this. And it does so many other amazing things. It even comes with the book of what the amazing things that it does. Although I can't claim that it does anything because of Big Pharma, FDA and all of that. But there's tons of people that have given their recommendation, their stories of how it has helped them and whatnot. And I will put that link in my pinned comments. Again, it's not to scare you. None of this is to scare you. If you're prepared, then you don't need to be afraid. So, especially if you have kids or just be prepared. Start taking this every day. I use the soap every day. I use this. I use the gel. I use the hand soap. All of this stuff. The lozenges. They do amazing things. Okay? So that's just something you definitely need to look into. And again, I try to explain this to people. This is not colloidal silver. It is structurally different. And so when people say, oh yeah, I take my colloidal silver, y'all, this is not the same thing. Colloidal silver does not do the same thing as this. Okay? I'm still connecting with the doctor that invented this, and I will have him on. I've just been super busy with school coming back into, just starting. My kids are in sports and cheerleading and all of this stuff. But anyway, just, be prepared. And at least look into it. The link will be in the pinned comments. I think it has like a 20% off coupon or something if you use the link. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Like, share, and subscribe.